Good morning, students. So today we are going to start first chapter of science, living and non-living things. Now, as you can see in this chapter, few learning outcomes are given. Children will be able to enlist living and non-living things seen in the surroundings, identify characteristics of living and non-living based on observable features and their classifications, cite examples of living, non-living based on observation, draw pictures of living, non-living and name them, describe features of living, non-living in their own words, develop sensitivity towards plants, animals and the environment. Now let us start with the first page. As you can see clearly, the world in which we live is very beautiful. There are many things around us: toys, table, chair, books, fruits, computer, food, plants, trees, flowers, different kind of animals, birds, rocks, mountains, moon, stars, etc. In short, the list is endless. Look at the picture and observe the different things that we usually see. Have you noticed that the things around us are different from each other in some way? Now, as you can see here, the world in which we live is very beautiful and there are many things around us. In short, we can say the list is endless. There are living things as well as non-living things. Now, some things are of same kind while some are of different kinds. Different things have different colors. As you can see, different things have different colors. Some of them have life and some do not have. As you can see, if suppose that you see around yourself, you will find different things of different colors. You will also find that some have life and some do not have life. Okay? Things that have life are called living things. The things which are having life are called living things. Things that do not have life are called non-living things. Those things which do not have life are called non-living things. Okay? Now, activity. Visit the park near your house and identify the living and non-living things there. Write 3 examples of both living and non-living things each. Now, what you have to do in this activity, you have to visit to a park or a garden near your house and you have to write the names of 3 living things which you see in that garden or park, as well as you have to write the name of 3 non-living things which you see in the garden or in the park. Now come to living things. Living things have life. Living things are something that are alive and active. So, what is living thing? Living things have life. Living things are something that are alive and active. Human, elephant, cow, dog, monkey, zebra, sheep, plant, insect, bird, reptile, all are living things. So these things are living things. Okay? How do you know whether a thing has life or not? So how will you come to know that a given thing has a life or not? There are some features which make living things different from non-living things. Now there are few features through which you can know that living things are different from non-living things. These are the features of living things. All living things can move. All living things need food for their growth. All living things breathe. All living things grow, get old and die. All living things can feel. All living things produce their young ones. So these are few features, or you can say criteria of being a living thing. Like they can move, they need food for their growth, they breathe to live. Okay, they grow, get old and die, they can feel, and all living things produce their young ones. Now let us move to next page. Living things can move. Okay, now let us see living things can move. All living things can move from one place to another on their own. Man and animals like cat, dog, and elephant walk or run. Birds fly, fishes swim, snakes crawl, frogs hop or jump to move from one place to another. So as you can see, there are different kind of living things. Okay, like animals like cat, dogs, and elephant. They walk on the ground or they run on the ground. Birds fly, fishes swim, snakes crawl, and frogs hop or jump to move from one place to another. So there are different ways to move from one place to another. It depends upon the creatures. Animals move with the help of limbs. Animals move with the help of limbs, wings, fins or body. Okay? Four-footed animals, they move with the help of their limbs. Birds fly, or you can say move, with the help of their wings. And fish, they move from one place to another in water with the help of fins. Plants also move, but their movement is different from the animals. They cannot move from one place to another like animals. Now, you can see plants, they also move, but their movement is different from animals. They do not move from their original place. You can say they do not move from one place to another. Plants like climbers need support to climb up. Creepers grow along the ground, and sunflower turns its face towards the sun. So these are few movement by the plants. Like climbers need support to climb up, creepers grow along the ground, and sunflower turns its face towards the sun. So these are the few movements by animals and plants. Now living things need food. As we all know that living things need food to grow and live. All living things need food to live and grow. Food helps living things to grow. Plants prepare their own food with the help of carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. Now as we all know that all living things need food to live and grow. Food helps living things to grow. Now plants prepare their own food with the help of carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. They release oxygen as a byproduct which is used by all other living beings for breathing. So my dear students, there is an important fact you come to know in this paragraph, that when plants prepare their food, at that time they release oxygen as a byproduct and which is used by us for breathing. Animals depend on plants for their food. Now animals, or you can say human beings also, we depend on plants for our food. Animals get their food from plants or other animals. As you can see, plant is given, a tiger is there, sorry, a lion is there, okay, a frog is there, human being is there, elephant is there, okay. So all these animals are related to each other, okay. Living things need food. They need food to grow. Now living things breathe. Definitely it is correct. Without breathing we cannot survive. All plants and animals breathe in air. Both plants and animals breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Plants breathe through the tiny holes on their leaves. Now the thing is, how does a plant breathe? It doesn't have nose to breathe, but plants breathe through the help of tiny holes on their leaves. Plants also take in carbon dioxide through tiny pores. Now what happened? Plants also take in carbon dioxide through tiny pores on their leaves to make their food and release oxygen. Now what plants do? breathe with the help of tiny pores on their leaves, okay, to make their food and release energy. So they take in carbon dioxide and they release oxygen. This process is different from breathing, and this process is different from breathing, okay. Animals breathe through their nose, lungs, gills, skin or air holes. Now animals breathe through the help of nose, lungs, gills, skin or air holes. Animals that live on land generally breathe through their lungs. Animals those who live on land generally breathe through their lungs. Animals that live in water like fish breathe through their gills. Frogs that can live both on land and in water breathe through their lungs and gills and also through their skin. Ants breathe through air holes. So different kind of animals breathe through different organs. As you can see animals or you can see human beings, we breathe through nose, lungs, gills. Okay. Now frogs, they live both on land and in water, so they breathe through lungs and gills and also through their skin. Ants, they breathe through their air holes, okay. So in this way different animals breathe. Now let us move to next page. Living things grow. So as you can see, if suppose that there is a plant in your home, a small plant, it will definitely grow after few months or few years, okay. So all living things grow. They grow and change their shape and size as they get older. After a certain period of time they die. A seed grows into a seedling and gradually to a big tree. Now what happens, as you can observe, a seed grows into seedling and gradually to a big tree, okay. The egg of a butterfly changes into a caterpillar and then to an adult butterfly. So in this way the butterfly becomes an adult butterfly. The egg of a butterfly changes into a caterpillar and then to an adult butterfly, okay. A human baby grows into a young boy or girl and becomes an adult man or woman. Egg of a frog grows into the tadpole and then changes into an adult frog. So all plants and animals grow. As you can see, seed is there, baby plant is there, and then we get a tree after few years. Now egg is there, okay. From egg it becomes caterpillar, again butterfly gives the egg, and the process is repeated again and again. In the case of human being, a child is there, a bigger child is there, then an elder person is there, okay, adult person is there. Now living things can feel. As we all know that we are living things, so all living things like man, animals and plants can feel. But man and animals feel in a different way from plants. Most animals, including man, feel or sense changes with the help of their sense organs. So most animals, including man, we feel or sense changes with the help of our sense organs. A living being has 5 sense organs: eyes, nose, ears, tongue and skin. So we have 5 sense organs, okay. With the help of these sense organs we can feel or sense changes. How do you feel when suddenly a pin pricks your hand? If suppose that you are hit by a pin suddenly, okay, how do you feel? It will pain. You feel the pain and immediately move your hand. Definitely you will feel the pain and you will immediately move your hand, okay. Animals also feel pain or love. For example, when you touch your pet dog with soft hands, it licks your hand and wags its tail. If suppose that you touch your pet dog with the help of soft hands, it licks your hand and it will wax it will wag its tail. Okay, means it will move its tail. He or she becomes very happy. Plants also feel. For example, mimosa plant, touch me not, it is also known as touch me not, droops its leaves on touching. When you touch it, it will droop its leaves. The leaves of mimosa plant droop on touching. Humans and animals express their feelings. Now living things reproduce. As you all know that living things reproduce means it gives birth either to a child or it gives birth to a child with the help of eggs. It is in the cases of birds. All living things including man, animals and plants reproduce young ones of their own kinds. The process of producing young ones of their kinds is called reproduction. So what is reproduction? The process of producing young ones of their kinds is known as reproduction. If suppose that a human being is there, it will give birth to a human being, child of a human being. Okay, so it is written here, the process of producing young ones of their kinds, okay, is called reproduction. Humans reproduce by giving birth to babies. How does human reproduce? It reproduces by giving birth to babies. Some animals reproduce by laying eggs, while some other animals reproduce by giving birth to babies. Now plants reproduce through seeds or other body parts. As you can see here, figure is clearly given. A woman and her baby, hen with its chicks, plant with bird and flower. Okay, so these diagrams are given. Now we will move to next topic on another day, or you can say on another class. Now what you have to do, you have to read this chapter nicely and you have to understand the topics given in these chapters. Okay, thank you and have a nice day ahead.